Yacht Financing 101, what banks don't tell you. So you found the perfect boat? How do you pay for it? Here's everything you need to know before you talk to a single lender. Every year, qualified buyers get declined for yacht loans, or worse, they get approved for the wrong loan entirely. They discover too late that charter voids their financing, or that their excellent credit score doesn't matter, or that retiring before buying the boat killed their deal. I'm Marilyn Bosser with Current Yachts, and I have personally worked in marine finance for one of the largest lenders of yachts. So in this video, I'll break down exactly what yacht financing looks like, the qualification requirements, the common pitfalls, and the strategy you need to start early and get approved for the right loan with the best terms. 1. The basics. What makes yacht financing different? First off, yacht financing is nothing like your mortgage or car loan. When it comes to risk, it's a completely different ballgame. You need a house to live in, you need a car to get to work, but a yacht? That is considered a luxury purchase because it's a want, not a need. And that changes everything. Here is what's standard: 20% down payment, terms up to 20 years, and interest rates currently in the mid-high fives to low sixes depending on your situation. But here's the catch. The rate isn't just about your credit score. Yacht financing uses risk-based pricing. That means that your rate depends on geography, how you use the boat, your credit quality, and even the age of the vessel. A boat you're keeping in Florida has different terms than one in the Caribbean. A boat in charter, completely different conversation. And here is something most first-time buyers don't know. Working with a finance broker versus going directly to a bank gives you access to multiple lenders with specialized products. If you don't fit one of the bank's boxes perfectly, a broker can match you to another. Direct lenders? You don't qualify, you're done. 2. Qualification requirements, the real deal breakers. Let's talk about what actually gets you approved or declined. Spoiler alert, your credit score is only part of the story. First, credit, score versus history. Here is what surprises people. An 800 credit score doesn't automatically qualify you. Banks care more about the quality behind that score and how long you've had those trade lines open. What is your highest credit limit? Have you borrowed amounts comparable to what you're asking for now? If the largest loan you've ever had is a $30,000 truck loan and you're asking $500,000 for a yacht, that's a problem. Even with perfect credit, banks call this a thin credit file, and it's one of the most common reasons that qualified buyers get declined. Your credit score determines your interest rate. Your credit history determines if you qualify at all. 2. Debt-to-income ratio. Here's the math that matters. Banks cap your total debt, that's your mortgage, car payments, credit cards, student loans, and your new boat payment, at around 40% of your monthly income. Now, there's nuance here. If you're making $1 million a year with a 50% debt ratio, that still leaves you $500,000 to live on. But if your household income is only $100,000, that only leaves you $50,000. So some lenders will go higher for entrepreneurs in different tax brackets. But for most yacht buyers, 40% is a safe number to strategize around. 3. Liquid reserves, the surprise requirement. This one catches people off guard every time. You need cash reserves beyond your down payment. Banks typically want to see 12 to 18 months of your total monthly debt in liquid, non-retirement, non-business accounts, accessible cash in your personal name, not tied up in real estate investments or your company's balance sheet. Why? Because in that emergency, they want to know that you can make payments without liquidating any other assets. Want to better estimate your cost of ownership to determine those liquidity requirements? We've created a simple spreadsheet for that very reason, and our clients love it. I'll share the link where you can download it for free. Check the pinned comment below. Number 4, self-employed buyers, the extra hurdle. If you own your business, listen carefully. You probably write off everything you can to minimize taxes. That's smart until you need to qualify for a loan. Lenders look at your tax return and see your reported income. If you've been aggressive with deductions, your income on paper might not support the loan that you want. The good news, experienced finance brokers can add back the discretionary expenses, things like depreciation, business expenses that run through your American Express, even accelerated depreciation on previous boat purchases. But this requires strategy. And here is critical advice. If you're buying a boat in the next year or two, talk to your CPA now. You might need to adjust how you take salary and distributions to qualify for the loan amount that you want. 3. Common pitfalls: what kills deals. Let me share the scenarios that kill yacht financing deals even for otherwise qualified borrowers. 1. Timing mistakes. Do not retire in the middle of your transaction. Do not switch jobs. Do not apply for a car loan. Do not change your business structure from S Corp to C Corp right before applying. Banks look backwards to predict forward. They want consistent patterns and trends of income. Any major life change creates red flags, even if your financial situation is actually improving. If you are planning to sell your business and retire to go cruising, which we hear constantly, time it carefully. Get your financing approved first or wait until after closing. Otherwise, the bank sees your income stream disappearing and can't underwrite the loan the same way. 2. The charter trap. Here's a big one. Charter income does not count towards your qualification. Banks consider it unearned income that isn't on your tax return, so they can't factor it into your debt-to-income ratio. But here's the bigger problem. Many lenders won't finance boats in charter at all, and the ones that do charge different rates with different terms. And some shy away from assets lying outside of U.S. waters, thus restricting your ability to capitalize on the most attractive charter destinations. If you're even considering putting your boat in charter, tell your finance broker upfront. Otherwise, you might get approved for a great rate with a lender whose loan documents specifically prohibit any charter use. And since you can't use that pre-approval, you'll be starting over. 3. Inconsistencies kill approvals. Recently moved, changed accountants, stopped taking a salary from your company, started a new business venture. These inconsistencies create concern for lenders. They're not always deal breakers, but they require explanation and documentation. The cleaner and more consistent your financial picture, the smoother your approval. 4. The approval process and timeline. So when should you start this process? Here's the answer that nobody wants to hear: much earlier than you think. If you're buying a boat in the next year or two, talk to a finance broker now. Not to get approved, rates are only good for 30 days anyway, but to develop a strategy and have enough time to make certain changes if needed. Maybe you need to adjust how you take income from your business. Maybe you need to pay down certain debts to improve your debt-to-income ratio. Maybe you need to move some money from business accounts to personal accounts to show adequate reserves. When you're actually ready to buy, here's the realistic timeline. Initial approval, 3 to 5 days for straightforward deals, longer for complex financial situations. A complete transaction typically takes 3 to 4 weeks on average from application to closing. Yes, some approvals can happen in 24 hours, but don't plan on it. This is a major investment. Give it the time it deserves. And one more thing. Most yacht buyers own their boats through an entity like an LLC. This strategy may help in protecting your family, and it may be part of a specialized tax planning tailored to your financial circumstance. We'd be happy to connect you with professionals who are well-versed with the tax advantages sometimes associated with buying a yacht. But do your homework early, as you'll want that entity in place before closing. Thanks for watching this far. I truly hope this video helps you understand yacht financing better. Hit the like button if so, and share your questions in the comments. We make sure to answer everyone. The right financing partner makes all the difference, so let's talk about how to find one. 5. Working with the right professional. Remember the difference between a broker and a direct lender. Brokers have access to multiple specialized products and can match your needs to the right lender. They handle the legwork, compare options, and guide you through the process. Look for finance professionals who specialize in yacht transactions. They understand the marine industry. They will offer valuable insights to prepare for your application. They know which lenders finance boats in charter, which ones prefer certain vessel types, and how to position complex financial situations. And for self-employed buyers especially, work with someone who understands how to read your tax returns and will add back legitimate expenses. This expertise can mean the difference between approval and denial. So for suggestions on marine lenders and brokers to talk to, check out our marine directory linked in the description below. We've vetted these professionals through years of transactions with our clients. Here is the bottom line. Yacht financing is complex, but it is absolutely achievable when you understand the requirements and start early. So get your financial house in order. Talk to professionals before you start shopping. And remember, the biggest mistake isn't getting declined, it's getting approved for the wrong loan and discovering too late that it doesn't work for how you want to use your boat. If you want to dive deeper into the yacht buying process, watch our complete first-time buyer's guide. I link it up here for you. And subscribe for more practical yacht purchase and ownership guidance. We'll see you on the water. Fair winds!